Regarding Pop, since our one caller brought it up,
Yes.
whether he should start or not, Sam is firmly in the camp that Pop should start against UVA.
Stamp.
You're with that.
I'm with it.
I don't feel as strongly as Sam does. I would prefer to start Pop Watson. And what I do feel strongly about is the anti-sentiment of like drones gives us the best chance to win. That's something that Andy Bitter has said this year. It's something that our friend that works with us, Coach Holmes, has said a lot this year. I'm not singling Andy out. Drones gives us the best chance to win. I just don't think that's necessarily true because we're 3-8. So I don't know how it's the best chance to win. And he's started every game. And what I was saying last night with Dan and Sam was that it's his last game. He's started every start that he's been healthy for. It's hard to imagine they don't start him against UVA.
Right. Vito and Dan talked about that. I was listening to their episode of Tales this morning on the way into work, and Vito kind of brought up a good point where he said, like, I'm not really with the politics of it. It's like, it's Drone's last game. Like, if you don't think that he's going to go out there under center first play as the kind of the leader of this team for the better part of the last 3 years, you're crazy. And the reason obviously Pop started last year is because he was hurt. Mm-hmm. That said, and this is no disrespect to Kyron, it just, so many people, I mean, y'all have said it. You and Sam have said it. So many other shows, podcasts have said it. Drones, it is my contention that he is just not the player he was from 2 seasons ago, where he kind of caught lightning in a bottle. And I think that has to do with, staff development and a lot of moving parts that aren't really his fault, right?
And sometimes guys get hot and then they get and sometimes defenses catch up to said player.
Right. And I don't blame Kyron Drones. And he could have left and this, that, and the third. And I know you put on
not.
Yeah. I liked it. I'm sorry. I got to talk about that. But anyway, I'm of the viewpoint. I mean, you saw how Pop played against UVA last year. Obviously, this team is different than that UVA team last year. Pop, I feel like, man, I mean, you want to talk about, James Franklin having a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. Pop Watson's got one. Mm-hmm. But that dude wants to prove, because I really don't think he's going to be in Blacksburg next year, and can't blame him. This could be a potential highlight tape for Pop to go out there and show another school, like, I can do this. I could be your QB1. I think he's a better thrower, fundamentally.
I think that's pretty clear. He's just a more natural thrower.
He's a more natural thrower than Kyron Drones.
And he's shown us flashes every time he stepped on the field. I know the bowl game wasn't great, but like there were some flashes in there too. Yeah. And the UVA tape, I don't know, man. They're both 1-0 against UVA, so that's nice. So you're going to get someone who's unbeaten against UVA. But I think there's also a certain amount of juice that Pop brings. Like there's just and with Kyron, like you're going to get a tough guy. You're going to get hard yards in the run game. He's probably not as good at a read and react, like RPO type stuff as Pop would be either. I think Pop's probably a more natural like reader of a play.
Sure.
And there is something to be said for like Kyron's body language. Like there is, like he ran out of bounds on 4th down last weekend. And like, I know the game's like far out of reach anyway, but it was just like, that was kind of a final straw for a lot of people when they saw it.
And I am of the just opinion. I have not loved Drones' body language all season, really. If I'm just being honest,
I mean, it's been said. It's been said by national people.
Yeah, and I mean that does not mean to me like it's not like he doesn't want to go out there and win and be the starting quarterback. But it's like, dude, in a game like this, I want someone like Pop Watson who's going to be out there belt to ass, like someone who's got the fire in their stomach and wants to go out there and prove something. And I mean, it's been said many times in many ways. I mean, UVA has everything to lose on Saturday. Every single thing to lose. We got nothing to lose. We got a new coach. We're kind of pivoting, transitioning. The offseason really can't come quick enough. But we got this one, dude. And I'm telling you, dog, like we get up for this game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy to me all week as it's gotten closer. I'm not going to say what's going to happen, but we can win the football game. I don't care what you say. Like, this game is just different. UVA, it's a mind F for them. They get into this game and they panic.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how good they are, they panic. The last time they beat us, I firmly believe they were the better team. Bryce Perkins single-handedly dismantled Bud Foster's defense. That is what happened. And you know, we got shook and we couldn't handle it. They're the better team on this Saturday. 100%. But that doesn't mean, I'm telling you, that does not
I want to expand on some of those thoughts in just a minute. Because I need to tell everyone that we're also brought to you by Roback. You can use code 2DeepBT at roback.com. To get 20% off your first order, you can also use code 2DeepBT at Compass Coffee. They have a great app. They're from Nova, started by two guys from the military who just wanted to make a good cup of coffee, and they've expanded like crazy in Northern Virginia and DC. Go to compasscoffee.com or use their app, load up your cart, use code 2DeepBT. They're going to have some great deals this week during Black Friday. So make sure to use our code when you're doing that. Great coffee doesn't have to be complicated. UVA, Saturday night, Charlottesville, 7 p.m. on the mothership, ESPN. We're getting that primetime treatment. Let's make it worth it. I wanted to start with a little discussion on the rivalry before we talk about Chandler Morris and whatnot. This is the graphic that's been making the rounds. This is from Wikipedia if you're not watching, and it's just a screenshot of the rivalry page between Virginia Tech and UVA and the winners, and it's color-coded for those winners. There's a lot of maroon on this page, Grayson. A lot of maroon.
Yup.
We've won 23 of 25. Some blowouts, but a lot of close nail biters as well. What are some of the memories that come like rushing back to you when you see this list, when you see some of these scores and you think back to some of these games?
Wow. Okay. Well, let's break this down. So first off, you know, like, I don't really remember the 99 game. You know, obviously, there's the video of Andre Davis catching that. Just Vic puts the ball on the string, touchdown. Really, it's kind of like 2004 is when I really started to remember it. I remember the away game in 05. 52-14, Marcus Vick, Cedric Humes. Humes had a day and a half. 2007 was a scary
for the Coastal.
Year. Yep. That was a scary year, but I mean that was at Scott Stadium. Tyrod Taylor, Macho Harris, Eddie Royal had that crazy catch in the end zone.
Chris Long on the other side.
Chris Long and Jameel Sewell. I remember Chris Ellis allegedly, you know, like did the horse collar tackle and was clapping at Jameel Sewell in his face. And then just kind of as time went on, man, you had the 37-7 and then the 38-0 games. I mean, Tyrod Taylor, but then also Logan Thomas and Rue Williams, and then David Wilson.
And that one in 2011, 38-0.
Yeah.
That was for the Coastal too, which some people don't remember because we whipped their ass so bad. But, but that was for the Coastal. There's been three different ones, 2019, 2011, 2007. I think those are the only ones where the Coastal was on the line. They obviously got us in the 19 one. But 38-0 was great. I really remember like the stressful ones. Like those are the ones because 2012, do you remember the Mike London time cop game where like he screwed up the clock so bad where they were calling him time cop on TKP, and Logan Thomas in that game willed us to victory. I mean, he had 29 carries in that game and we had no offense besides him. Like that was it. And we got the 2012 one, but like I know you remember 14 and 15.
Oh yeah, freshman year. So that one was interesting, man, because I ended up going home for Thanksgiving and I didn't stick around for that game, and I regret it. But I remember Grayson Lambert getting sandwiched by Daddy Nicholas and Kenny Canham.
You got like
literally
like the Not Another Teen movie.
Literally just got crushed. CJ Revis blocked the punt in that game. Could have been a great Hokie. Still hate what happened there. And then, dude, like you think about Fuente's first year, 2016, Sam Rogers, all those touchdowns, and just dude, I still, to this day, I have never had more fun at a Tech UVA game than that day. It was my dad, my brothers, and I were all there. We were feeling loose off the bourbon, and we just beat the shit out of them.
52-10.
Effortlessly. And then we clinched to go to the ACC championship game in Fuente's first season. And you couldn't tell me anything after that. And then it got weird. And then
But we did win 10-0 the following year, which was a odd game. That was one of 3 shutouts on this list. We've shut them out 3 times. They've obviously never shut us out. Knock on wood. Why did I say that? I'm sorry.
Knock on wood. That's so please God. But 2018, man, right before actually I moved to LA, I just graduated that May. My dad, my older brother, and I went to that game. Freezing cold. The fumble, the infamous fumble, Bryce Perkins. That game
2018 was you want to talk about stress.
Barn burner. Damon Hazelton, Ryan Willis, and then I'll never forget, it was Pat Finn's birthday. I remember Pat and I, you want to talk about being a little loose. Pat and I got a little tuned up that night at Big Al's after the win, with John Yetzi and Courtney Yetzi and Logan Ross. And
oh man,
that's
the crew
night.
Right there.
That was a great night. And then Pat and I remember we ended up back at my my folks' place. Pat slept on the floor, and we were so high on life, we just quoted Napoleon Dynamite until we essentially fell asleep. It was great.
That's memories, man. I love
that. Oh, yeah.
I posted the video of the Chuck Clark interception from 2015. And the best part about the Chuck Clark interception game is that it's Frank's last game.
Yes.
And we win on the interception, and then Bud is just they're all embracing, and then it's just Bud with Beamer, and he gives him that little kiss on the back of the head, and it's just like, that's beautiful. That is just it's absolute cinema. It's perfect. So I wanted to bring that one up as well. But you hit a lot of the things I had on my notes, man. But 2023, we should mention 2023. For sure. I've got this here. I got to show this.
Chef's kiss.
Tootin' on the hill in the crowd. There's so many Tech fans in their stadium on the end where the end zone was. And that was Bill Roth's call of like, we talked to Bill Roth after the game about this, maybe like 6 months later. And he was like, I had something where like someone and Robert E. Lee on the hill, like he's like, but I didn't go for it. It's really funny. It's from our national championship show when Bill was talking about that. But that moment of the kickoff return was so freaking good. Like that was 55-17, that double nickel, man.
I remember watching that game because I was nervous for that game.
Yeah,
just because we were playing for bowl eligibility.
We're always playing for bowl eligibility.
UVA might as well be playing for the coastal or bowl eligibility. Or
there's been so many, like 14, 15, 18, 23. I'm just going off the top of my head here. Those were all for bowl eligibility.
Bowl eligibility. Oh yeah. But like I remember I watched this game at my buddy Austin's place. Austin and his fiance Danny, both Hokies, both around my age demo. And I just thought like, oh dude, it's gonna be a barn burner, it's gonna be a nail biter. And we just went up there and just beat the crap out of them. And I kind of couldn't believe it. I'm thinking, what is going on? Geez, why is his name escaping me? Number 9 was a wide receiver. Was on the team last year.
Felton.
Yes. DeQuan Felton had the touchdown. He's doing the finger cups in the end zone. Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I almost forgot to mention 2021 with JC as the interim coach, winning with the stogie on the field while all of our fans are surrounding him because we're storming their field like we did in 23. That was awesome. And then I got to share this picture. This is from 2018 TSL. This is their IP, but it is the best imagery. Reggie Floyd standing over Bryce Perkins, one of the best pictures in Virginia Tech UVA history right there. So I think we did some justice to the rivalry. That's only since 1999 that we kind of went over. There's the famous clip. I think it's the 95 game where
correct. Yeah. Antonio Banks.
Yes. But we can't talk about all the games. We got to talk about this year. This year they're 9-2. Yep. They're 6-1. This is one of the reasons that they can be in the ACC title game. Despite losing to 2 ACC teams, Grayson, they only have 1 ACC loss because the NC State game was out of conference. So it just go ACC at every turn. No,
Keep it up, Tim.
it's always something stupid.
Oh yeah.
But they are on the doorstep of the ACC championship game with 1 game left. 1 team in their path. What could possibly go wrong for the Who's? And you kind of already went into some of this earlier.
I think, have you ever seen the movie Gladiator?
Yeah.
You've seen the movie Gladiator.
I'm an American. I've seen it.
This week, I think about the scene where Commodus comes to confront Maximus as he's tied up in chains right before they have their duel. And he goes, "Why? Do you think I'm afraid?" And Maximus looks him in the eyes and says, "I think you've been afraid all your life." And that is how I feel this week. UVA is Commodus. Virginia Tech is up in chains. We're Maximus. You know, odds stacked against us, but basically still calling UVA a little bitch.
Yep.
Like, come
little
get
brother.
it. Yeah, that's right. You know what it is? Like, the keys to this game, man, you cannot let Chandler Morris do what Carson Beck did. Otherwise, woof. Our secondary is what worries me.
Yes.
It's what has worried me all year long. And Chandler's going to get his. Like, he's going to deal a little bit. And
he's had a really good year. I didn't think he'd come in and kind of hit the ground running like he did. Like the transition from G5 to P4 is not always a smooth one for these quarterbacks. There's been a lot of failures over the last few years in the portal. He deserves credit because Tony Elliott went and got him. He went and got Jamari Taylor, the running back who was that North Carolina Central transfer that we got accused of tampering with. But Taylor's good. Morris is good. I mean, he's 6th in the ACC in QBR, 8th in passer rating. He's somewhere like in the 40s, I think, nationally in QBR. But you can see he's also been dinged up a lot. Their only ACC loss was when he left the game against Wake.
Right.
So it is like it's a scary proposition. Like, they have had a good offense. They've got weapons at wide receiver. Sage Ennis, their tight end, has 4 touchdowns. Just something to keep in mind when they're in the red zone. And their O-line improved a lot more than I thought it would. Like, they were an awful unit last year. Like, Calandria got the snot kicked out of him. But whether it's Morris or whether it's the O-line or a little bit of both, like, better QB play can fix a lot of things. But the O-line has been better. Taylor's a good runner. Like, they've got some dudes. I don't think it's a great offense, but I think it's a good offense. Defensively, it's weird because we know this 9-2 record they've amassed is with like a pretty weak schedule. We knew that going into the year that they had an easy schedule. So you look at the stats, they're 33 in yards per play on defense. They're 31 in SP plus defense, which is supposed to be opponent adjusted. One favor we got done today. Did you see the news about Cam Robinson?
I saw the news.
Yeah. That's a big loss, dude. He's only played like 7 full games. He was averaging like 9 tackles a game in those 7 games.
And you want to tell me, we talked about this earlier. You know, one thing our team has shown spark in is the run game this season. And with Cam out of the game now, I mean, I one of my colleagues in the office is a Wahoo, and I went up to Brody and I said, you see what happened? And he's like, terrible. Just awful. So
I got something good on that too, dude. It's notable. They gave up 216 rush yards to NC State when Robinson was out earlier in the year.
Yeah.
They gave up, 6.17 yards per carry and 4 rushing touchdowns in that game.
Yeah.
They gave up 256 to FSU when they did have Robinson. They've been a strong unit against the run. However, their D-line, it's a better pass rushing D-line. They've got good ends. They've put up a ton of sacks this year. I think they're 26th in sacks per game in the country, but they're only 79th in TFL. So that kind of tells you it's a better pass rushing line than it is run defense line.
Right.
And without Cam behind them, it's not – there's some good linebackers, but like he's by far the best. He does it in a lot of different ways. Like he had pass breakups, he had hurries. Like Cam is a stud, and they don't have him. And so I don't think there's like a true weakness on UVA, but it does make me feel better that he's out and that the line like could be susceptible to our 6-yard per carry rushers that we have 3 of.
I think the weakness, man, really, I think the weakness is the mental game of all of this. Like dude, there are games, we just went through a bunch of them. There are games in our past, dude, that we probably 2021 and 2018 are the ones I'm really thinking about.
2018 is the one.
2018 is we should not have won that football game.
Not a chance.
We had no business. Bryce should have gotten us twice. And he really should have.
And he got embarrassed in that game because he had the fumble, he got smoked, and he's got our guy standing over him. Like, and then he was out for revenge the following year. And he
got it. But it's the mind games, dude. It's like, can you not go out there really and like beat yourself and to succumb to little brother syndrome? Mm-hmm. And UVA fans will say, oh, well, you don't have any national championships. And I'll be like, well, I mean, we've beaten you. I'm 30 years old and you've beaten us.
I mean, someone said something some UVA fan, because I've been doing the hate week tweets and stuff. UVA fans are getting in my mentions. And someone was like, I said something to the degree of like, your record is only because you have a weak schedule. And they're like, Frank Beamer built his legacy on weak schedules. I was like, oh, are you talking about the years where we beat you every season, the last 12 years of his career? Or are you talking about the years where we won ACC titles that you've never won the ACC? Like there is no football argument that they have. Yes, they can have their tennis championships. I know they won March Madness in 2019. Congratulations. That's why we care so much about this shit.
Yeah. Also, Kyle Guy, hey, Neo was never coming to UVA.
No, he was not.
Dork. Lame.
Did you see the line on the game when it first came out?
Wasn't it like 10.5 points?
It was 11.5 initially. Yeah. And now it is down to 9.5. So, and I as soon as it came out 11.5, I was like, that will move. Like that will move towards the Hokies.
For sure.
And maybe Vegas knows something, or maybe they're just like the Hokies are 3-8 and they're 9-2, and bettors will pick UVA. If you know about this rivalry, I don't know how you could bet on UVA. I'm not saying that bet won't win, but I don't know how you can, in good conscience, put money on UVA with what's happened in this series.
I mean, the proof is in the pudding. And like, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, I mean, for the sake of full transparency, I'm fully mentally prepared to lose on Saturday.
I don't think I am.
This season has prepared me for it. Just everything about this season has prepared me for it. It transcends the rivalry.
It's been a kick in the dick all season long.
It's been a kick in the dick all season. Why not top it off with losing to UVA? Maybe in emphatic fashion, which, I mean,
the line suggests that could happen.
Yeah.
I think you said it earlier, though. Like, they have everything to lose.
Yep.
They're at home with a chance to play for a title, with a chance to go to the CFP, to the playoff. All of the pressure is on them. It's actually like kind of a crazy amount of pressure. And it's enhanced because sometimes when there's been pressure on UVA, there's also pressure on us. There's really not any pressure on us.
Yeah.
Like, we want to win. Absolutely. Like, this is kind of our bowl game, but the pucker meter, as Josh Pate will put it, is off the charts in Seville right now. Like, it is got to be off the charts. They are scared to death of this game.
Scared to death. Like, every one of my Wahoo contingents who I'm friends with, who I've talked to about this game, are terrified. I mean, they are absolutely terrified, which is hilarious.
I love it so much.
Yeah, I love it so much. Like, the fact that they're mortified to play us at home, a 3-8 team, but by the way, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
It makes sense. Like, I don't know, man. If
matchup wise, you said a couple things about the matchup. Let me just put these out there and we'll close this thing out.
Sure.
we need to get something out of the pass rush this week. Like that, we have not gotten any sacks the last 2 games. And I know Miami has a great offensive line. Florida State's meh, but obviously Castellanos will run around. Morris is a little Castellanos-esque. We need to be able to get to this guy. We need to be able to hit him.
Yeah.
And he's been banged up. So if you hit him a few times, it might greatly decrease the efficiency of his play. Like he's had a tough year and he's been battling through stuff. Like he's a tough player. But then there's the ground game from us. I mean, this kind of goes without saying, but what we did against Miami, putting ourselves in a huge hole, it forced us to have to throw more because we're down 20-3.
Right.
We need to keep this within 10 points, like ideally within 7 points the whole time. The longer we can keep it close, the greater our odds of getting the upset become.
Well, it's to that point, man. It's like the word of the game on Saturday is capitalize. It is capitalize. If you get a turnover, capitalize. If you're in a position where you got to take the field goal, capitalize. Every time you have the ball, you have to score. Like, I know that's so much easier said than done, but it's the truth, dude. If they get up by 2 scores on us, it's tough.
Points are at a premium.
Points are at a premium. Like you let them get 10 on you, you let them, God forbid, you let them get 14 up on you. That's where I'm the 3-8 dejected fan of me goes, all right. Like
when we're gonna need John Love to hit a 50-yarder, like we might need that.
Yeah.
Like that those field goal points could be crucial here. And I don't care who the starting quarterback is. It could be Pop, it could be Drones.
They better be ready to play.
Regardless, they need to play mistake-free football. And that goes for everyone. Ben Bell, we're looking at you.
Ben Bell,
mistake-free. No stupid penalties, no dumb turnovers. We need to play the smartest football we can possibly play because it's been a dumb season of mistakes all the way around. And I think if we play a clean game, we hit the QB a little bit, keep it tight, like we can definitely win. Like it's not even a question of we can definitely win. We all know we can win. Dan's not even letting a loss enter his mind. Like he's like, I'm not going to believe it till they actually do it. Now they did it in 2019, but it's been a while. Like it's been a while since they did it, and they only did it once since 2003. And so it's winnable. There is a path. Run the ball, hit the quarterback. It's simple stuff. Don't turn it over. And keep those cheese eating, Zima drinking, tie wearing, country club smug motherfuckers out of the goddamn ACC championship.
And by extension, the college football playoff.
Yes.
Because here's the thing, you know, we talk about the implication of this game and like the bowl eligibility and going to the ACC championship. This year, it's interesting because if we beat them, we ruin them.
Absolutely ruin them. And we've never, I don't know if we've had this opportunity. Like other than the coastal games, like we really have, and it's never been quite like this.
No. Like the stakes in this game are extremely high. And for more so for them.
Well, absolutely for them.
Yeah, I mean, for them, obviously. But like for us, man, we have I've seen a lot of comments, a lot of repeats, but they're all the same. We have the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever on Saturday.
I wonder, is JC giving the pregame speech? Does Bud walk into the room? Like what happens here?
It's JC, and man, I'm going to tell you right now, because the ACC, extra, they're going to be there. I wouldn't be surprised if Eddie Royal jumped in that motherfucker and had a few words.
That would be fun.
Like I wouldn't be surprised at all if there were former players involved.
We got a DB on the staff, right? Like there's guys that played in this rivalry. Someone can get the transfers, the new guys to understand what this means. And I think like the Florida State and Miami games, even going to Georgia Tech, if we go back in the season, there's been nothing for these guys to play for. Nothing. Like really nothing other than like a little bit of pride here and there and tape. This is like a tangible. There's a Commonwealth Cup trophy. Like,
Yep.
it's something to play for. It's something to ruin for UVA, and I think that could go a long way in us seeing a different team than we've seen for the last few weeks.
And there are guys on this team who know what it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
there
there are
are.
guys on this team who, I mean, Drones knows what it is. Pop knows what it is. That's good. That makes me
Gilliam.
happy. Yep. Yep. Exactly.
There's some
He,
more seasoned guys, but he's a VA kid. He was on the team last year. I mean, and he's a great leader. I love Kelvin Gilliam.
yep. Kelvin's
He's
the man. Even Kamari Copeland, dude. Like Kamari, he's going to be turned up, no doubt.
Trying to think of like who's the most seasoned, like who's played the most snaps that's a VA kid on our team. Like I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Because Kyron's from Texas. The running backs, transfers, new kids.
Yep.
Benji's from North Carolina. Not that he's far away.
Can I say real quick, sorry to cut you off.
No, I'm just thinking out loud.
Give that Benji Gosnell.
Yeah.
Where has he been?
I don't know, man. It's kind of a shame because he's a good player.
He's a good player. Like, I want to see him get some burn on Saturday. Like, you're going to have to use your tight ends for some short chunk yardage. Like, he had that great catch, in the Cal game?
Yeah.
Or the NC State game. NC State, yep. NC State game where, I mean, it's 4th down and Kyron converts it. Like, you gotta throw everything you got at him.
Yeah.
I'm
looking at the list of like the guys who put up stats last week, and I'm like, is this guy from Virginia? Like, I don't know. Like PJ Prelude had some stats. Like, hey, do it for PJ. Like, I don't know. I mean, there's Aiden Green. He's a VA kid, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Right.
So, well, maybe not. I got to.
Or is he in North Carolina?
He might have been North Carolina.
This
is why I'm talking about the coaches that know something about the Virginia rivalry. Like we need these kids to understand. And Aiden Green's been in the game. So
Tennessee, Knoxville.
Okay, yeah. It kind of sounded wrong when I said it because I was thinking the wide receivers. I was thinking of like the Green Run connection. I'm thinking of Green. No, that's not what it is.
Right.
But yeah. I want it so bad, man. I want it so bad.
I know. I feel the same way. And I mean, I have canceled all plans on Saturday. I have, for a lot of different reasons this season, believe it or not, I have not been able to watch. Then again, there is the flip side of the coin where it's like, I haven't really wanted to. I will be glued to my television on Saturday. I have no plans on Saturday other than at 4:00 PST, a nice 12 rack of Miller Lite, and into the Death Star we go.
Heck yeah, man. So it's rivalry weekend across the country. There are so many good games in and outside the top 25. On Thanksgiving, there's only one game, Navy and Memphis, but Egg Bowl.
Yep.
We've got Georgia GT, A&M in Texas, Arizona State ASU on Friday. Those are all just the Friday games. And then you get the game. Michigan can mess up Ohio State again. Michigan could go to the Big Ten title game, dude.
I know.
If they win that game. You got Miami and Pitt, and there are a little bit of stakes there because if certain things fall a certain way, one of those two teams could to get in the ACC championship. Both those teams are going to be rooting for us this weekend.
Yep.
Oregon and Washington, Vandy and Tennessee, huge game.
Sure.
And then Alabama and Auburn. And if Auburn would have won, I mean, Bama's probably out of the playoff. And so that would change. I love rivalry weekend, dude. It's going to be a good one. But yeah, 7:00, we will be locked in to our televisions. I might be watching it in padded cell, but we'll be watching.
And if we lose in emphatic fashion, go ahead and lock me in there and throw away the key.
Yeah, right. But brighter days are ahead.
Indeed.
We did our whole James Franklin soliloquy earlier in the show. We had a nice conversation about that. Thank you for being here, dude. This was fun.
Absolutely, man. And thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I've said it 100 times. I mean, obviously love this show, and you and Sam do excellent work. And dude, I need a hoodie. I'm happy to contribute, but I love y'all's logo with the 2 beers on it.
I can get you one. Yeah.
I've seen your merch, dude. I would rep the crap out of that.
I can get you one of those. We can make that happen because we do appreciate you appearing. And have a happy Thanksgiving, man.
You as well, man. And isn't it such a great feeling that regardless of what happens on Saturday, man, it's almost like you rip the Band-Aid off and we get to go into this off season.
There is like, you know, those outcomes where you feel like you're gonna die after the game if you don't win. Like that, there's not so much of that because of we just got a 4-star. There's more to come. We have a new coach. It's a new era. Like, don't want to lose the game, but we will survive.
Yes.
And maybe even be in a better position than UVA going forward, even if we lose. I mean, that's how we're gonna spin it, right?
Sure.
and so on that note, we will call it. Make sure you subscribe, Sons of Saturday on YouTube, 2 Deep podcast feed, Sons of Saturday podcast feed if you want to check out Pat and Billy's stuff. Always make sure you're checking out Grayson when he's on Tales of the Terror Dome with Dan. Yeah. I know you're one of Dan's more frequent guests.
Oh yeah, that's my guy.
People love to hear from you. And until next time, beat UVA and go Hokies.
Go Hokies.